Hello everyone, my name is Ankit, and in this video I will walk you through my HubSpot OAuth integration built using FastAPI and React for the front end. So this integration allows user to authenticate with HubSpot, retrieves OAuth credentials, and fetch the data that is stored in HubSpot. In our case, we'll be fetching contacts and companies detail. So let's quickly first demonstrate how application works and then break down the key parts of the code. So let's go. Let's check if our Redis instance is working or not. So let's take our Docker. Our Docker says our Redis is working and it's working on port number 6379. So let's quickly connect our backend. So yes, our backend is working and it's working on port number 8000. Let's check that too. Yeah, it's working. So let's go back and connect our front end. So let's connect our front end. Now let's go to our HubSpot integration section in UI. So here I'll select the HubSpot integration type. And you can see connect to HubSpot button is here. When I click it, the front end sends a request to the backend, which generates an OAuth authorization URL. This URL uniquely states the parameter that that protects against any attack. So let's quickly authorize to HubSpot. This is the login pop-up when where I can authorize the integration. So we don't want to create. We want to just a second. We don't want to create. We want to let's do one thing. Let's try another time. We have the account. We just want to sign in. Yeah. So the account is already being saved in this part. You don't need to create another account. So once I close the authorization window, the front end automatically sends a request to retrieve the stored access token from Redis. So if the authentication is successful, the button updates to the HubSpot connected. So as it is saying, the connection is successful, and you can see the button is updated here, and it says HubSpot is connected. So this was the first part of our assignment to connect HubSpot's our account to our app. And the second part consists of loading the data, required data that is in the HubSpot, and that should come to our application. So to that, let's click the load data. And now that we are authenticated, we can fetch the data. So to fetching data, first we need to authenticate the things. So let's go to backend, and you can see the data is being fetched and structured using metadata object before being sent to the front end. So here you can see the stored HubSpot data is we have the contacts details and the company's detail. Okay, so let's quickly go through our code. Uh, this is our backend code, and here the function authorize HubSpot. Uh, you can see here. Here the function authorize HubSpot generates a HubSpot OAuth authorization URL. So it includes the client ID, the redirect URI, and the state, a random generated secure token, which is stored in the Redis for validation. So this function basically does the following part. So next we'll go to the another function which is OAuth callback HubSpot. When the HubSpot redirects the user back, the function the function OAuth to callback HubSpot is triggered. It basically does is validates the state token exchanges the code for the access token and store it in Redis. So this is the overall function of this this function. Okay, so let's go to the next function that we want to talk about, which is the item, yeah, get item HubSpot. So once the authentication is done, the get item HubSpot retrieves the contact and companies using the stored access token. So this function basically fetch the contact and company's data from the HubSpot and return it in a structured metadata to backend. So this was pretty much of our backend code. Let's go to the front end code. And here we can see a function where it says handle connect click. So it basically sends an authorization request to backend. The backend returns an OAuth URL which opens a new pop-up. And the pop-up keeps checking if the user has completed the authentication or not. After the authentication is completed, it will redirect to the handle window close where it requests the credential from backend and stores in the integration params. So, and this is the part where the button plays. So we can say if it is connected, it will show HubSpot connected, and at earlier it is saying connect to HubSpot. So this was pretty much it of our front end code too. So this integration successfully connects the HubSpot and retrieves user data and securely stored the authentication token. This was pretty much it, both the part that we were told to do in the assignment. Thanks for watching.